from Nano Lodge. Today, I'm going to teach you one of my favorite desserts, a Butterscotch Budino, or butterscotch pudding. Budino is the Italian word for pudding or custard. I've had a lot of these over the years, but the first one I had that just left an incredible imprint on my brain was one at Buckeye Roadhouse in the mid-90s. Shelly and I first visited there. It's in Marin County, just north of the Golden Gate Bridge. And we had this for dessert. And it was rich, and the caramelized sugar flavor, almost like a burnt sugar on the top of a creme brulee, but that came through in the pudding was so good. And boy, I just remembered that, and I was like, wow. I've had lots of butterscotch pudding and budinos over the years, but that was the first one that really sparked my interest in trying to figure out how to perfect it for myself. We're going to take brown sugar and butter, some cream and some eggs and vanilla and a few of bourbon and a little salt, and we're going to turn it into luscious custards that we're going to bake in the oven. But that's as simple as it is. There's not a ton of ingredients. You just have to cook it on the stove and be patient, and then bake it in the oven in a water bath. We'll talk about all that in a little bit. We've got just 7 ingredients that go into this butterscotch budino. I've got cream and eggs, butter and brown sugar, like I said before. Then I've got a vanilla bean. I like to use the vanilla bean because we're going to split it and scrape the seeds out, and then you get all that really good flavor from that. But if you don't have that, you can just use like a couple teaspoons of vanilla. A little salt and a little bit of bourbon. Butterscotch, right, typically calls for Scotch whiskey, but I like bourbon better, so we're going to use bourbon today. Got just about everything prepped and ready to go. I've got the egg yolks, save the whites for later use, sugar. I'm going to show you how to seed this in the overhead camera when we get to the stove. Milk, bourbon, salt. I'm going to use these beautiful, cute little 8-ounce glasses. I got them at Costco because I like that you can see through them when you're done cooking. But any 8-ounce ramekin or bakeable cup will work just fine. All right, our butterscotch budinos are ready for the oven. We're going to take them to the oven, and we're going to fill the pan about halfway up with water. And the reason you do that is the water helps even the heat out so that the entire thing bakes evenly and not the outside edges from the heat bake fast or first. You want everything to cook evenly, sort of like you do with the cheesecake. When you're baking puddings or creme brulees in the oven, I always use a water bath to even it out. See the water bath in there? For me, that took about 8 cups of water. Our butterscotch budinos are out of the oven. We're gonna let them cool in the water bath for about 30 minutes. It just allows them to finish cooking all the way through without overcooking them or burning them in the oven. Then we'll take them out, we'll put them in the fridge. They need to cool for probably at least 2 hours in the fridge before you can serve them. I like to serve it with a little bit of dollop of whipped cream on the top, but they're perfect just this way too. So, whichever way you decide to serve them, enjoy them. It's one of my favorite desserts. Thanks for tuning in this week.